Hi folks, welcome back to the channel. We're going to be doing a Christmas ornament today of a Santa Claus, and since the Christmas is not too far away, we wanted to be able to show you using a 3/4 by 2 3/4 inch piece of scrap wood to create a little Santa ornament that you can hang or whatever you'd like, or to give someone for Christmas. So basically we're going to start out here. We penciled in our foundation lines for the hat and for just the basic facial features. You'll see here on the finished piece in my right hand and then the block in my left hand, we created the tassel and the ball here and the trim of the hat, and it goes all the way around here to where the nose, the eye plane and the nose will be. And so what we're going to do here, I'll show it here in the front, that way you can kind of see where we're heading. Now I kind of took his hat and kind of went up a little ways to kind of give him maybe a look there for later on. So again, we've got our foundation lines in with pencil, and now we're just going to outline the features for his hat, and then we're going to go right around the bottom here to create the end. Now again, you're working with end grain, so be careful here that you do not go deeper than what you need to go, and also too it could break and go into your hand. So always again, pay attention where your placement of your fingers are on your carving. I'm going to do the edge of the hat, the bottom edge of the hat. Come right across the forehead here. Take our V-tool and run it right up the side here. Basic outline. All right, now we're going to take our knife here and we're going to stop cut everything that we've done pretty much. And again, always watch, keep control of your tool wherever you're going. Because one trip to the emergency room will pay for a lot of gloves. All right, now we're going, since we got all of our stop cuts in, now we're going to start creating that 90-degree angle for the facial features. And I'm going right up to that center line there. Putting that head into the hat. Get a little longer bladed knife to where I can reach a little further. I'm using the 2-inch blade. Taking that blade and running it along our stop cut, along the tassel, right up along the hat area. Choking up on the knife, coming in along the side here. And removing the excess. Creating the ball to show separation there. Taking our knife now, going along the side of the beard, side of the head area. Cleaning the bottom of the beard up. If it starts to tear, go the other way. All right, so let's put some of our foundation lines back in. Now we're going to create the eye plane here, and right about in here will be the nose. Don't worry about all this here up in here, the hat and stuff like this here. So I'll show you here on camera what we've got done so far. Okay. All right, now let's come in with our knife and let's make our eye plane. Remember our rule, one small cut. Don't take off too much. Do our rocking cut for the bottom of the nose. And I'm going to come under here, kind of get rid of this, the blockiness off of the front here. That way we can put a mustache on after a while. Okay. Let's take our U-gouge now, and we're going to come in halfway down the nose, push you straight in toward the eye plane. This is the plane of the eyes right through here. All right. Take your knife, remove those two cuts there that you made with the U-gouge. Come out here to the outer edge of the U-gouge where you started with the U-gouge and push your knife straight up against there, and that's going to open up the eye plane even more. So you got a pretty good size socket there, or plane of the eye to work with. Okay. All right, then clean up our nose here, get rid of some of the pencil marks. I'm going to put our stop cut here to create the smile lines. Remember, you can make your nose as wide as you can because you can always downsize it if you need to. Again, remember your three planes for the mouth area. Whether it's covered with a mustache or a beard, you still have to have the three planes, or else your face is going to look pretty flat. And then we're going to take our pencil here and bring down, this is going to create the cheeks, the side here of the cheeks, and create that there. All right. Then we're going to take our V tool and outline the cheeks Go right up the side. Now I kind of turn my tool, my V tool, to its side to kind of sink in the face area. You don't have to, but it just helps along the way if you can. To use this tool as much as you can to remove the wood. Turning it on the side, go right up against to touch the bottom of his hat. You can make this particular ornament any size. You can go do a large version of this guy or really a small one, a small version of him. A lot of fun to do. Come back, get some more depth to the cheeks because he is a jolly fella. Happy guy. I would be too if someone left me cookies and milk all the time. All right, now we're going to pencil in. Now let's stop and kind of give you an idea here in the camera where we're heading and what we're doing. Okay, now we'll get ready to put in the mustache. And again, just kind of eye it. And again, it don't have to be a perfect mustache. Have it, you know, one going down, one going up. But give it some action. All right, then we're going to take our V tool and start creating the mustache. I'm taking more off from this side of the wood than I am on the mustache side. You can see there how that V tool is taking the wood off from the other side and not from the mustache side. Now we're going to take our knife, we're going to make the stop cuts in here to where you can create a mouth. Now we're going to come in and relieve. All this wood in here to make this mustache stand out away from the face a little bit. Start rounding, getting rid of any sharp edges, because there's no sharp edges on the human face. Soft features. All right, let's come in now and create the smile lines for the crook of the nose too. That knife needs some help. Here we go. Doesn't leave streaks behind. Taking your knife and rounding the mustache, getting rid of any sharp edges off of that also. Now let's dress this down where we can start thinking about putting hair on later on. I'm breaking the beard up a little bit here. Okay, now let's come in here and create a little bit of a mouth action in here by putting a stop cut here, here, and then coming in with your knife right across the grain, and it opens up that mouth there a little bit in the camera. And then you could take your V-tool and put in a little bit of a lip there to show he's got a little bit of a bottom lip going there. All right. Now let's work on the hat a little bit here. Let's get that rounded off instead of it looking like a square piece of wood up here. Get rid of the bandsaw cut marks. Get rid of the corners off of the tassel or the fur on the side of the hat. Clean all it up. Doesn't that look better? Good sharp knife. Sure is a good eraser. All right. Now, let's go toward the eyes. Let's get our eyes put in. I'll stop here and let the camera see what we've been doing, and that way you can also see. Sometimes I get carving and I get my own little zone here. All right, dress this down a little bit. Need to show a little bit more separation there. After a while, we got to create some fur for that. Okay, let's take our pencil here and draw in the eyes and kind of a football shaped archway, but the actual eyeball itself is not a football shaped, it's just the eyelids. So, all right, now we're going to take our V-tool and we are going to start on the outside edge and work our way around on that top line. Just all you're doing is tracing right over that pencil line with a V-tool. Okay. Jump across the bridge of the nose. Let's go across here. Do the same cut here. I'm going to turn my wood, or I can try to get a better angle, I hope, and create like that there. Now we're going to take our knife and make 6 cuts to each corner of the eyeball. So there's going to be 1 here, a cut, 2, angle your knife the best that you can, 3. Create that little chip, that 3 little chips right there. Looks like an arrow in a way. Okay. Sometimes you have to come in and get a little angle, a different angle on them. Sometimes the fiber of the wood doesn't want to let go in there. And there we go. All right, let's jump across the bridge of the nose. Let's do this eye, potential eye. Go to the outer edge of the other eye, other end of the eye. Put in your 3 cuts. Here's the 3rd. And there we go. We have 2 eyeballs looking at us. Now let's take the tip of the knife and we're going to insert it on top of that eyeball, right below the eyelid. And you're just going to make a small cut in there. Use a thin bladed knife if you can to get up in there. To show some action, you're taking your knife now and you're removing that little sliver of wood out to where it'll create a shadow, hopefully. All right, let's do the other eyeball. Using the tip only, right on top of that eyeball. Making that cut there. And creating that shadow in the eye. Okay, there's a spot right there we need to get. There we go. All right. Now we need to give this guy a little bit of a split here in the forehead. Show some action there. Then also too, we need to create the eyebrow area. And we do that by taking our knife and using a scooping cut, kind of scooping. Whatever knife works best for you in this area. Make sure it can get up in here and get you the good clean cut that you need. See how that helped that so much by doing just that there. Let's stop here and show the camera where we're at. Now we're getting ready to put in the bottom eyelid. And so what we're going to do is start on the outside edge and work our way to the bridge of the nose. Take your time. Come on out here, put in your crow's feet. Okay, let's do the other eye. Put in the crow's feet. Let's put in some eyebrows. Now we're just using the V tool for the eyebrows. And later on when we go to put the hair in, we're going to use a U-gouge to show you a softer look for Santa. Now you'll notice here our wood gave away right here. So let's address that. Again, you're going to have, sometimes you just need to stop and look at your carving. And sometimes they'll tell you what needs to be done. And they'll say, hey, looky here, do this. So. Okay. Now, let's put in the nostrils. We turn them upside down using a 1/8 U-gouge coming in. The reason I turn them upside down is that way I can see exactly where to put these nostrils. Taking your knife, you're creating a shadow there. Okay. All right, so now the next thing we'll probably do here in just a few minutes is try to show you how to put hair in. You'll see here how soft features these Santas have when you're putting this the carving on the hair. So always remember using a U-gouge and to create the features more. It actually gives more higher planes when you're using a U-gouge than it does a V tool at times. But anyway, just wanted to show you how you can, the difference in hair that you can put on your different pieces. All right, so we'll put these to the side here, and now we're going to pick up our Santa here, and we're going to use a number 11. Now again, it will depend on the size of your carving. If you're doing a real miniature one, of course this would not be a good tool to use. So use number 2 or number 1. But I like to come in and I like to put in some deep crevices into the hair and to break things up. And because he's out in the elements, he's wind, swept, frost, been on his beard and all these things. And so he's really got a lot of action going on in the hair. So don't make your hair straight, you know, curve it, you know, make some deep crevices in your carving here when you're carving the hair. Now we're going to go back here in just a little bit and put in smaller cuts, but first we're getting our foundation laid here by coming in and breaking all this ground up. And even coming and breaking up the edges. See how I'm turning and twisting? You say, yeah, but the wood's breaking. That's all right. That's okay. See the ridges there it's made there, and then creating depth. And so just come in here and have fun. I turn and go the other way now. Again, watch where it's going. Always pay attention where your blade's going. Breaking up all this flat area on him. Okay, so now we'll work on the mustache here in a little bit. We're going to use a smaller U-gouge. And so we're going to go to like a number 5 here on this guy. And you could use a 4 if you'd like, but I'm doing the edges first. And creating a flow, trying to create a flow. Where it just flows up into the face area here. And again, we're not try to hit every surface we can to get rid of any flat areas. And then I come in with a number 11, but it's a smaller 11, and it's about an 1/8 or whatever size of tool. And I come in here and I break that up. Now I'm not hitting every one of these things. I'm just sporadically hitting these to where we are creating more shadows. And yes, it's going to be a little rough out here. You know, the edges of his beard is, because again, he's been out in the elements. And learn, just take your time through here, getting all these cuts in. All right. Stop and show the camera here a little bit there. See the different shadows it's creating. That's what you're wanting. That's what you're wanting. So now we'll come in here and just kind of tweak it a little bit here and there. So you can come in and address this hair as much as you'd like. But again, keep it flowing, keep it moving, and it will really benefit your carving a lot. By turning and twisting. Again, do not make it uniform. Get in here and just really break it up and show some action in his beard. Okay, I wanted to show you some differences in hair, and I'll bring back these 2 Santas here and the one we have done here. But first of all, I want you to see here on the camera of the Indian here that I did a while back for a future video. But you can see the sharpness and the different levels here and the contrast compared to the features here on the Santa. So hair does make a difference. It will make your carving pop, and it will make it unique. And so always remember these things whenever you're getting ready to do hair on a subject. Make sure you know what you're doing on this. And again, don't be afraid to jump off these, get out of your comfort zone, so to speak, and try these things. But it will really benefit your carving down the road, And when you get ready to paint or stain this, it will be a great piece for you to have there and to look back on. So anyway, so this kind of gives you an idea of what hair can look like. We hope that this has been an encouragement to you, and we'll see you real soon.